Metropolitan area, Super Bowl 48. And remember, they just rolled over the Denver Broncos and Peyton Manning in that one. They'd like to have that kind of performance again in this one.
So the penalty erases their earlier loss. Now it's 2nd and 8. To throw is Wilson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Well, if those at home were wondering if we were going to see some offense in this Super Bowl, I think your answer was right there. Incomplete, but they take a big shot early.
Like the script, if they get the big play early, so much the better. But if nothing else, they send a message. They're going to be aggressive in this game.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Well, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Fielded at the 20. A big boot that time. 57 yards, the official distance. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Black 15! Red! White 85!
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Zero. Load it.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. And the catch made by Hilton. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
Bravo!
Mike 50. Check.
Red Delta! Hey, stop!
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Returnable for Lockett. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Let's get it.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
26, Mike. 26, Mike. Got you. I got you. Hey, 0, 0, 0. 26, Mike. 26.
Hey, easy.
To throw is Wilson. To throw again. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
24 yards. That's good for a Seahawks. First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. From the shotgun, Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Brandon, this is the Super Bowl. A touchdown scored in any game is big. In this one, it's massive.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run with Hines. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Red!
56 to Mike. 56.
Load it! You!
Throwing Rivers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Hey, Delta!
From the gun, Rivers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the 16, Wilson. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. 23 yards the pickup there. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. On the delay, here's Carson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
He was taken down by DeForest Buckner. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Seahawks 7, Colts nothing.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
No. Good job right there. Check down 7. Check down 7. Hey, alert.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
The one with the dime look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case. And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that if they have to punt the ball, they've done so with that first run.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Don't get nervous.
Rivers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now it's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Gun. 36.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Hey, 50's a mic. Record. One left. Hey, chip motion there. Put your hands on him. Go. 50's the mic.
On 2nd and 15 now. Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Here's Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Here we go.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Hey, I'm going to go load it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking for Campbell into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner.
So that's back-to-back drives where they throw an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now it's Wilson. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up second and 12 at the Colts' 21-yard line.
Green 80!
Get that quarterback, D-Rod!
On second down, it's Lynch. And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, baby! Boom!
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's
I am.
miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Third and long, it's Wilson.
You better be ready. Don't be scared.
They still can't get it. He can run for it, and he will. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Green 15! Right left, right left!
Single, single slot. Hey, 116, boys. Double tight, guys, double tight.
This will be caught at about the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. No, but you're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now it's Hines. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Defensively, it was Tremont Smith with a tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Come on. Mike 56. Mike 56.
2nd and 5 now. Rivers complete to Hilton. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he'll find Hall. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. To throw, Rivers. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Check out. Watch the safety creep.
12. Hey, 2. Hey, White, 89.
To the air again here, Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Rivers. He'll fire a desperation throw for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in the 2020 Super Bowl, Super Bowl 54. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. The never tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54.
That's it, baby. We're going to run.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Big Ed. Bang, 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 bang. Check.
Keep it skinny.
This is Hines. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Rivers nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Now it's Lockett. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 39-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jabal Sheard able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Hey, 0, 0, 0. It's just me and you. Mike's 50. Mike's 3.
Wilson. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. 1st down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. He's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Wilson now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. The first carry for Josh Adams. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They can't hang with us. Go, guys. 4 down, 4 down. Check the call, check the call. 14, 14. 50, Mike 50, Mike 50. I'm trying to come on. Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson. Flushed out right. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Check, check. Hey, we got Mike 50. Mike 50. Hey, look. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it online and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And the lead now increases to 20-0. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Off the play fake here, Rivers. Looking for Campbell downfield. And this is caught at the 20. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play there for Indy. 58 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for first and 10. Here's Hines. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. From 17 yards out. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they load him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Brings up second and 2.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. Back to the ground, this time Lynch. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, second and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. It's caught, Lockett. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Wilson now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a first and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
A 7-yard pickup.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3. They run it with Carson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch 54. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Gun. Alert 3. Alert 3.
Hang out. Bam.
Check Mike 54.
Now it's Carson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A gain of 32 that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run with Lynch. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They try again with Lynch. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Taking it in from 4 yards out. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
And we know they won't get their names in the stat sheet, but the offensive line has to get all the credit for that touchdown run. Tremendous job of blocking, paving the way for the 6 points.
Now Myers for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Watch QB jump. Hey, watch set. Q. 54. Mike 54.
Throwing, Rivers. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. The Colts on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Rivers now. And he's got his man Hilton. And he'll be out right at the 35. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Cluster. Go.
Rivers now to throw on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the middle. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A huge play that time for the Colts. And even 60 yards.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Check 24.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Trying to get that one to his running back, Marlon Mack. But now it's 3rd and goal. They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal.
White! Cluster.
From the gun, Rivers. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. An out route there for the score. A quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands. Knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Mike 50. I got you, punk. He's coming. We got double up. Watch the ship. Hey. Ankle. Still got 4 down.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Gets it to Gordon. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. A gain of 6 there on first.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a toss play. It's Carson. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Well, he, like many good running backs, loves to go to the right, and he looked really comfortable going right there.
And was aided by the deception from his QB, who dropped back first before pitching it out to the right to him. I think it allowed the blocking to get set, and that allowed for the big run, too.
The clock showing 2 minutes even in what's been a memorable Super Bowl 54. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. This is Carson. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Check.
They'll try to run with Carson. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. They'll run to Marshawn Lynch. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Let's go.
They'll toss it out to Carson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Myers able to knock it through. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just went awry there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again, Rivers. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 32, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
It's going to be a long day.
Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 50-yard line.
And the Seahawks are the class of the NFL. Seattle wins the Super Bowl.